It's very strange, guys, because I'm sitting in an office, looking at a TV screen with a camera above it, just chatting, just talking absolute baloney at you all. When I give talks to people, or when I go out and give talks, I stand up and I say two things to them. I say, when I stand up, I have no idea what I'm going to say. But luckily, because of my age and my advanced senility... It's very strange, guys, because I'm sitting in an office... I'm in the middle here. I can hear myself, Laurie. Camera above it. Okay. Just chatting, just talking. I need to mute my... Laurie, come and mute my speakers. Okay, we have a slight technical hitch here, guys. Laurie's going to run in and mute my speakers, which I have no idea how to do. I stand up, I have no idea what I'm going to say. Laurie, do something. But luckily, because of my age and my advanced it's all gone horribly wrong here, guys, for a minute. Will this do it? Oh, that's done it. I think I've done it, Laurie. I've done it. Laurie's now running back to his office. Poor old Laurie. We have to put a big cheer out for Laurie today because he's in a lot of pain. He can't move his neck. We sadly had a very nasty car crash the day before yesterday. The car was written off. I hasten to add, it wasn't my fault, and it wasn't Laurie's fault either, but it was very nasty. We were lucky when the crash finished and we sort of got out the car. We both looked at each other and said a few swear words, how lucky we were to be able to stand up and walk away from it. But anyway, the car's a write-off. Laurie's half a write-off. And I, as always, am absolutely perfect. So lots of people coming in there. I know I get very sidetracked as I start reading the news, and it's just so lovely to see you all there. So yeah, it's busy. It's manic here at Wildlife Aid. We've got beautiful weather, and we've got another 2 weeks of beautiful weather coming up. So we're getting something above 60 patients in a day. Poor old Maru is working herself to the bone, as is Rita. Doing lots and lots and lots of operations and checkups and all sorts of things to get animals back. What we do find here, sadly, and this is a note to everybody all over the world, if you do find a baby bird and it looks like a fledgling, something that should just about be leaving the nest, please give us a call by all means, or give your nearest wildlife centre a call, but don't bring it in until you've asked for some advice, because when they're fledglings, you know, they do hop around on branches for a few days before they fly off. The parents are there to feed them. We do get a lot of baby birds in like that who actually don't need to come in. So just be a bit aware. And to people in the UK at the moment with roe fawns which are being born, if you see a roe fawn just lying in long grass or under a hedge or somewhere quiet, please don't pick it up thinking mum's not there. She probably is, most likely she is, unless you see a dead mother nearby, then that's a different story. But, you know, just watch, monitor the situation. Don't bring it in here because that's a whole nightmare to try to get it back out again. We're a bit lucky with owls. Owls do seem to do very silly things. We've had 3 or 4 tawny owls this year brought in, which we've managed to get back. And I think we've got, I think Laurie said, what have we got, Laurie? 10 tawny owls at the moment?
Something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
10 tawny owls, so quite a lot. But I mean, again, we can get those back in their nest. Sadly, Laurie can't anymore because he can't move. He's a bit robotic, our Laurie. And the good thing of that really is he can't move fast enough to hit me, which is really, really great. So I can run away, and I can't run that fast. But we're here to chat. We're here to answer your questions. If anybody does want to ring in with a question, I'm not sure this is going to get picked up very quickly by you all. But if you have got a question and you'd like to email media with your telephone number, we will try our very best to ring you during the chat so you can ask us your question live. Please don't make it something complicated, and please don't make it something rude, because I'm far too sensitive for all that type of thing. As Laurie knows, I never swear. Do I, Laurie?
No. For the want of not getting a P45, definitely not.
Absolutely, and I never swear on camera because Laurie has to edit footage by the mile to cut out all my swear words. So Laurie, have you got any questions?
Abby and Sean both have that.
Abby and Sean have to do that as well, but their sensitive little ears worry me. Laurie, have you got any questions I need to answer?
Yeah, so to be honest, the number one question that's come in a lot at the moment is what happened. So for those of you who don't know, unfortunately yesterday Sam and I were involved in a bit of a car crash.
Bit?
As you can see, we're both still going.
Have you got a picture of it up, Laurie? Have you got a picture of the car?
We do have pictures of it ready to go, but would you like to sort of talk through roughly what happened?
Well, you can talk through, you can give your version, and then I'll give my version, but you can find the picture and they can be looking at that while we talk.
So, yesterday we were on our way to a rescue. We were going to rescue a duck and ducklings that were on a swimming pool being dive bombed by crows. And as we were driving to the rescue, we turned round a blind corner, and unfortunately, there was a van on our side of the road overtaking a cyclist. And we were both doing, it was what's called a national speed limit road here in the UK, which is 60 miles an hour.
70.
We were both doing probably, I think less than that, but it was a reasonable impact. Unfortunately, we couldn't get out of the way in time. If we'd have gone right, we'd have hit the cyclist. Simon, with his rally experience, he used to be a rally driver, he tried to steer left and put it in the hedge, but we didn't have enough time, and we hit him with the front right-hand side of the car. Both airbags went off. Mess, wheels hanging everywhere. We'll put a couple of pictures up now. But amazingly, we both got out of it. As Simon has said, we're both suffering from stiff necks, I think, but slightly more so than Simon. But I've got a couple of whiplash injuries on my shoulder from the seatbelt, and I had a burn on my eye where the airbag punched me. But we're both fine, both still walking around, so it could have been a lot worse, and I do want to say thank you to Simon's experience for actually putting us in the hedge and avoiding a definite head-on collision, because that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was certainly something I wouldn't want to repeat. I've never been in an accident where the airbags have gone off before. That was probably the most weird thing of all, because the car stank, it was full of smoke, and it was a bit of an experience. I actually didn't get hit by the airbags. I sit well back when I drive. I'm sort of rally position, so I'm well back from the steering wheel, and I didn't get hit by the airbag at all. Poor old Laurie had the camera on his lap, so not only is the car a write-off, but I think we've written off about £12,000 worth of filming equipment. So if anybody wants to donate any money to help us with the filming equipment, because I'm not sure we're going to get that back. But Laurie got the camera between the airbag and him, which is why he got really quite so badly hurt.
I have a lot of bruises on my leg.
I just thank God, actually, that, which he often does, that he wasn't filming at that precise point in time, because he would have had the camera up to his face, the airbag would have come in, and heaven knows what would have happened, and I'd had to explain that to his mum. But there we are. I'm very scared of Laurie's mum, just in case anybody wonders. So yeah, we're fine, we're okay. We've got to get a new car back on the road, and obviously that car has to be kitted out. We have all sorts of cameras in there, so any donations to help us do that would be wonderful. I can see money flowing in as I speak, so I'm very excited about that. And yeah, life goes on. So we can take another question, or if you've got one, or I'll just sit and chat rubbish like I normally do.
Yeah, a couple of people are asking what happened to the duck and ducklings, so we straight away phoned Alice, who is our sort of office manager, and she immediately made arrangements for another team to deal with that one. So that was dealt with. There was no issues with the animals. Unfortunately, we were stuck out there for a couple of hours waiting for the tow truck and the police and all of the relevant things that we had to do. But
I mean,
we're back fine now.
Absolutely.
Other than not being able to do certain things at the moment.
I can do everything. I am absolutely infallible. I'm immortal. If you do get ducklings in your swimming pool, guys, obviously Mum can fly out and do whatever she needs to do, and the ducklings try, but they can't often make that sort of 6 or 9 inch hop out the swimming pool. One of the best tricks you can do, to be honest, is just get a plank of wood that's quite long, put a towel on that plank of wood so the plank of wood becomes non-slippery outside the road. That's a